Today, we're gonna try the Sims 4's official fixer-upper challenge, and I saw Sachin Sims do a video about this and I got inspired, so all credit to him. But for this fixer-upper challenge, I'm gonna throw in a curveball, i.e. a randomly generated budget. But first, let's take a little look at the build, shall we? Or we freaking shall. So here, as you can see, is the build in all its glory, people. Whoa! I mean, it's very rundown. Look at this. Look at the park area. We got the awful bathroom. We got lots of mess everywhere. We got some posters. I mean, it's really rundown, this thing at a thing. Look at that bathroom. Look at the inside too. There's a lot of mess. It's a build site and a half. I love this build. It's fantastic. For what it is, at least. And let's see, the lot value for this build is 54,561 simoleons. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. But yeah, this is one heck of a build right here. And today we are gonna renovate it. We're gonna fix it up and it's gonna be so much fun. Well, okay, let's take a little look at the budget. Our randomly generated budget. And our minimum for this budget is gonna be 1,000 simoleons. And our maximum for this budget is gonna be 100,000 simoleons. And I hope I do not get 1,000 simoleons, but we shall see. So let's generate. 1, 2, 3. Generate away! Ooh, okay. 46,417 simoleons. I mean, that's not bad. I can deal with that. I'm gonna write it down so I don't forget. But yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. So let's get cracking. Whoa, 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 whoa. Here I am in my little catfish suit. I just bought this business. Look at me go. And for some reason, after I bought this place, the lot value has gone down. It was at 54,000. Now it's 51,000. I have no idea what happened with that. But something indeed. I haven't deleted anything. But you know, it's the build. And I think, first of freaking all, we're just gonna clean this place up a little bit. You know, remove some bushes, remove some rocks. And we're earning some money from that. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I'm just gonna be cleaning this place up. Get rid of all the bushes and stuff. And then I think I'm also gonna get rid of this right here. With the fence and stuff. Gonna get rid of that too. Boom, shamalam. Well, alright people, welcome back. I have cleaned up all the frickety plants and the grass and the rocks. And this is what we're left with. Isn't it magical? It still looks pretty dirty, but you know. And I decided to leave some of the petals because maybe I'm going to use that for something. Probably not, but I'm just gonna leave it for now. We'll see what I'll do about that. But alright. Oh, hold on. I forgot about this mess. Oh my gosh, I need to remove the fence and also remove the rocks. But I think I am gonna keep this little pit right here. Maybe I can use it as a pond or something. Something. But alright, let's start cleaning up the inside of this place. Get rid of that. And also make the flooring nice. It's like half finished. I love it. I'm gonna make it totally finished. Just like so. And I'm also gonna remove that one. Ooh, that was expensive. Thank you for that. Remove the crying woman. And now you know. I mean, this is kind of therapeutic in a way. Just cleaning up the mess. I'm having a great old time. Okay. And I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do about this fence. Maybe I'll keep it. Maybe I won't. But I am gonna remove the posters though. That I am. And I'm also gonna flatten the terrain. I'm gonna get rid of those bumps up there. We do not need that. Boppity-bum. And then the moment I've been waiting for is to start off fresh with this landscaping. So I'm gonna get rid of all the frackety dirt. Oh, look at me go. Doesn't that look so much better already? It looks so much better. It looks so green. Oh my. This is very therapeutic for me. I love this. Look at this green place, people. Whoa. Alright, now I think we're gonna start with the build. We are gonna fix up this build first, I do believe. And then we're gonna do the gardening and the landscaping because I want to know the vibe of this house, you know? So what we're gonna start with first is to put in the walls where I think they belong, you know, with the columns and stuff. I'm just gonna put up a wall right here and maybe one there too. Yeah, we can do that. Whoa. And then we have a room. And then on the second floor, I do believe that we're gonna have a wall right here too. Yeah, that seems to fit. Okay. Now, I do not want to change up this place that much. I want to keep the same vibes of this place, but maybe not. We shall see how it goes. But right now, I want to keep it as much as the shape that they were kind of trying to build, you know, because this is a half-done construction of a house. So I think on the second floor, on this little part right here, we are gonna add one more room. So I think that's what they were trying to do, this renovation. So let's put it up there, kind of like so. And now we have a build, people. Oh wow. And maybe actually I want to add one more floor just on this part, just to get some shapes. How will that look with a flat roof? Oh my gosh, I just now realized this is gonna be a modern build and I am not a modern simmer. Oh no, how is this gonna be? I'm not used to modern builds at all. I'm not good at modern builds at all. So this is gonna be interesting, very interesting. Do I like that roof? I don't know. This looks strange, very much strange. But if I change up the colors, does it look better? Oh, it does not. I'm gonna remove those roof things though. And I'm also just gonna remove the columns for some extra cash. We don't need those. And I'm also gonna remove that staircase. And I'm not gonna remove the staircase in the back because maybe I'll need that for something. Who knows? And I have to think now, what does modern buildings look like? Oh no. Okay, something strange happened. I had to reload the game and I lost money. Didn't I have 50,000? I can't remember. But we shall go off of the total value in the end, okay? Don't you worry. I have it all written down. But I think I do not want 3 floors on this one. I just want 2 floors, like so. And then I do believe we can get in a funky old roof like this. I'm gonna make it modern, don't you worry. There we go. Sure. Oh, this roof, that has to go as well. I can't with that roof. I'm sorry. sorry, the flat roof lovers, but the flat roof's gotta go. Oop, but we can keep this flat roof though. That's okay. Okay for me. Then let's see about the wallpaper. I think I want to go for a woodsy sort of vibe. So we can start off with this one. Shabalim, shabaloom. Yeah. Then we can have some brackeray stone in the middle. That's kind of funky. Okay, I kind of like that. I'm gonna do that. Or, no, in the middle here, I don't want it to be a whole wall. I just want a half wall. So we can have like a little passage moment in there. Oh, just a little passage moment. Then we can also throw in some columns. Maybe these ones. Those are cheap. There we go. Oh my gosh, the muddy thing is annoying me. I hate that sound. That could be a vibe. That little passageway thing. Ah, by the way, how much are the windows? 280? Are you insane? We can get much cheaper windows than that. Like these ones, 25 and 45. Those are so much cheaper. We're gonna use those. Oh, and now you know. Oh, by the way, I need to change up the roof real quick before I forget. We can have this roof. That's funky. All right. Okay, welcome back again. I had to change the build mode to the infinity sign build mode because the money thing is driving me up the wall. But don't you worry, we're gonna go off of the lot value, and right now it's at 42,000, and we just have to add 46,000 to that value, and we will know. No, we have to add 46,417 simoleons to the original lot value, which is 54,561 simoleons, and then we get a total lot value of 100,971 simoleons, and that's what we're gonna go off of. Thank you very much. But yeah, as you can see, some of my progress is gone. That's because the game crashed. But don't you worry, I remember some of what I did. This is a disaster. Absolute disaster, I tell ya. Let's see. The wallpaper, we're gonna go this one. And then for the middle part, we're gonna have the brackety bracks. So on, you pop. And I was gonna remove the windows. That's right. Because they were expensive, I tell ya. Oh, and also the columns. I had put in some columns. That's right. There you go. There you go. And alrighty, before we do anything, I need to do a layout of this place to figure out what we're gonna need, what we're not gonna need. I know you know. So we have this part right here, and also this part, and this part, and this part, and this outside part. Ooh, I do wonder what I'm gonna do. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm thinking that this place can be some sort of cafe area because this is gonna be a small business. So this can be the cafe area, and then the entrance can be right about here, and then we can have like a bathroom or something back here. And then up here, we're gonna have maybe some workstations or something, so you can do different activities. And then we can have a shop area over here. We have a staircase back there, so maybe. That seems like a plan, I do believe. So let's get in the flooring. A funky flooring. Oh, this one. That one is nice. Not too expensive either. Boom, boom, boom. Or maybe I'm gonna have a darker one for the outside. Bam. And for the wallpaper on the inside, I'm just gonna start off with this paneling, just so we know that we have money for the wallpaper, you know. And it looks pretty nice too, so I'm not complaining. There we go. But alright, let's start off with the cafe area first. And I'm thinking, what am I thinking? Where's the entrance gonna be to the cafe? I want the cafe to have its own entrance. Maybe the entrance could be right here. But then we have to remove the pit. Water pit, you got to go. Thank you very much. What that does. Okay, I want a funky old entrance for this. So what if we go a little bit out? Not that much, but that much. And throw in the wallpaper. Boom, boom. Then maybe I'm gonna get rid of the outside bits. I don't know what they are for. And I don't care either. Goodbye. Oh no, I'm gonna keep that one because we could throw in a funky roof that goes the other way. Oh, that's gonna be ridiculous, but I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna love every second of it. Hold on, I need to put on the roof trim. I forgot to do that. But alright, there's a little weird old roof. It's magical. And I think for the wallpaper, I'm just gonna throw in a different shade just to throw them all off. Like so. I mean, yeah, we can even have a little beam right there. Yeah, that seems to fit. Maybe. But okay, let's get in a funky door. We can use this door with some windows on the side and also some windows on top too. You know, just to fill in the space. We have medium-sized walls, so gotta do what we gotta do, people. What an outside that is. Okay. And then for these windows right here, we're gonna get rid of them because they're so expensive. And we're gonna put in some cheap ones. What about this? And maybe we can have like 3. I don't know where I'm gonna put them yet, but maybe it's somewhere along there. Maybe. But alright, where are we gonna have the cafe area? I mean, it's gonna be here, but the actual coffee making place, with the counters and stuff, where are they going to be? I mean, it could be around here, couldn't it? It could. And then we just throw in some matching counters for them as well. Sort of like so. Sure. That's a counter area. We can have some counters in the back too. Oh, I gotta look out for my budget. For a monthly. But maybe a sink too. And also a trash bin. Okay. Yeah. And just also throw in some bar stools. Boop. There's a bar area. And where we're gonna have the chairs. Oh, and by the way, I'm gonna do all the decorating in the end because I gotta look out for my money and see where we're at, you know, so I don't use all my money on decorations. We have a whole build to renovate, so we're gonna do that in the end. But we also also need some tables and some chairs. So what table can we use? Oh, this is cheap. That can indeed work. If we have a table right there and one right there, and some cheap old chairs, that looks nice. These ones maybe. Yeah. And then we could also have a table over here as well. Some chairs, of course. Kind of like so. Yeah. Ooh, and then for these windows, I need to change up these windows as well. Holy moly me. What if we have 2 big windows and also 2 small windows? Maybe that will work with the columns that is on top. Ooh, oh, I'm a genius. Let me get them columns. Look at this. Such a genius today, I have to tell you. And then we just do the same on the other side as well. Because why wouldn't I? That would be insane if I didn't do that. There we go. Oh, the columns needs to be on the outside, Nora. Gee, get your head in the game. In your game. In the game. But in this little corridor thingy-tangity, I think we could squeeze in one of these to display something. That's something we're gonna figure out along the way. We can have those there. Then we can add in some chairs. I mean, oh, can we afford this though? What if we have 2 chairs over there and 2 chairs over there and 2 chairs over here and 2 over there as well with a little table? Kinda like so. Yeah, we can squeeze that in. Maybe we can afford this, you know. I'm not sure, but maybe. We really have to see. But alright, so here's a rough draft of the cafe area. I've not decorated anything yet, but there's a draft. And then we have a door over there. And I'm gonna remove that door. I'm gonna place it with this one maybe. We could also just break down the wall if we need the money, you know. But that's there for now. Alrighty, and then we have this room right here. And that was gonna be whatever it was, the main entrance maybe. I don't know, but I'm gonna change the stairs. This one. That's a little bit cheaper as well. I think I'm just gonna move the stairs closer to the door. And like so. Because then we have space in the back here for something. And that's something I'm gonna figure out right now. Because we need a bathroom place. But we don't need that much space for a bathroom. That would be insane. So maybe we can have like a classroom over here. And then a bathroom. I mean, yeah, sure. So I could just go like so. And then cut it down in the middle. But then the windows. Oh, we have so many windows. I don't want that many windows here. Hold on. This is insanity. Let's see. Let's get in the column first. Just in the middle. And then we can have some windows. We can have one window right there and one right there. And then we can plop down another column. Yeah. And then we can have 2 more windows like that. Sure. That is the dealio for me. Oh, but now the wall is in the middle of the window. Oh, God. Okay, well, that room can be that big. Don't want to deal with that today. Oh, no. But let's work on the bathroom. And for the tiles for the bathroom, we can start off with these ones. Those are nice. And the matching floor tiles. We can go with a little bit brown. And I think we're gonna go with the cheapest bathrooms of all. These ones. Bam. And then, ooh, you know what I kind of want? Just a teeny tiny shower room right there. Because sometimes when I play Sims, I get stinky customers. And they stink up the place. And everybody's mad. Everybody's angry. And everybody's blaming me, who's not even the stinky person. So to fix that problem, we're gonna have a teeny tiny shower room. So they can shower the stinky people. Oh, I'm still mad. But okay. We can have a door right there. And a door to the shower room. And then we have space for the sinks. Beautiful. We can have these things. They're so tiny and nice. Buddy boom. And then maybe these mirrors as well. Maybe. I have to come back to that. And then we have a shower in there. We have space for that. Good. And also maybe a light in there so they don't have to shower in the dark. You know, that would have been horrible. Real horrible. And maybe we can also squeeze in a mirror right there. A very cheap one. The broken one. Then we can also have some windows above the toilets. And we shall see if we can afford curtains or not for these windows. But for now, they're gonna be like that. And then this room right here. That was gonna be the classroom. Was it? Now I don't remember what I said. I don't remember what I promised. Yeah, I think I was gonna say the shower room, the classroom. So we're gonna have a board over there. Boom. Then we need a little table. We can get this one from Lovestruck. That's a nice table. We need some bar stools. What do we want? We can get some cheap ones. They're not that cheap, but they're not horrible either. There you go. What else can we have in this room? We could squeeze in some bookshelves. Just right about there. Hopefully we can afford them. Wait. Ooh, okay. For this space right here, I kinda do want a little room. The family toilet. Is that what it's called? The family toilet? You know, where you change the diaper and stuff like that. The family toilet. I kinda want that as well. So how can I squeeze that in? Maybe I can squeeze it in like so. No, that was too much. One in like that. Okay, what if I take the stairs a little bit back? Then I take this one out. And then, okay, I need to get in the baby changing station. That was a hard word to say. I need to get that in. Where is it? This one. The Change Master 3000. Okay, so we need 2 tiles for that. Let's see how it is. Well, then I need to change up the shower room. It can go like so. Yeah, that I can do. Then we push this back. Well, okay, I think I saved the day. Saved the day with my genius inventions. There we go. Oh, I need another door. Hold on. We can put in that door with that little sign on there. Not that one though, but the baby one. Where's the baby one? Oh, I can never find anything in here. That one. That's the baby changing room. Okay, we can also squeeze in a toilet and a sink. You know, it's the family toilet after all. Put in this one and the same sink. Boom. And also a mirror. There we go. And we have squeezed in so many different bathrooms. I mean, it's a bit overkill, but you know, they deserve it. Oh my bookshelves. There we go. Okay, now back to the classroom, people. We could have a little counter over there with some stuff on it. And then maybe we can have some sort of door right there. Don't know yet. Maybe. And then also just some random chairs in the corner. Okay. Ooh, and maybe I can afford one laptop. We shall see about that. But for now, we're gonna have that. And just one decoration, so I know that I can afford something, you know. But again, I'm gonna come back to this. It's not gonna look like this at all. And then for this room over here, the entrance area. Oh, what can we do for that? I mean, first of all, we gotta get rid of these doors because they're expensive. 495 simoleons. Are you insane? I'm gonna get this one. Boop. And we can get two, you know, to match the ambiances that was there before. With maybe a window in the middle. Shamalam, bam. And then, oh, this machine, the ticket master, the ticket kiosk. We're gonna get a nice one. This one, beautiful. And I think we're gonna have that in front of there. And then we have the signs. Ooh, open for business signs. Those are gonna be out here. Alrighty, yo. So for this little room, we could indeed get some couches. Maybe two over there. And then we could get two chairs over here, maybe. With a semi-cheap table. Sure. And one over here too. Yeah, we can do that. Then on the sides there, we need some bookshelves or something. Oh, I turned off my organized debug. There we go. But we need some nice, funky, modern bookshelves. What about these ones? How about them? I mean, yeah, maybe. Maybe. Oh, what if we throw in a brick wall? That's kind of cool. I kind of like that. Well, alright. We now have all the essential furniture for this room as well. The rough draft is up and popping. And now we're gonna skedaddle on to this room over here. And what can we do for that? That was gonna be like the workspaces, the worker stations, all the activities that you can offer, your business. What can I do with that? What activities do we have? Ooh, I want some eco lifestyle activities. What do they offer? Ooh, some candle making, some fizz stations, the fabricated. Ooh, I mean, we can make something fun with that if we try hard enough. Okay, what if we make some rooms for them? Some workstation rooms, like so. And in the middle, okay, we need to change up the windows here too. The wall's going straight through the freaking window. That is niche good. But, oh, what am I gonna do? Maybe, okay, we have a window right there and two more on the sides maybe. No, maybe I can divide them up like so. How will that look? I need to think about that. I need to think about a lot of things. But those are two rooms, as you can see. And then we can have some rooms on this side too. Divide them up. And then I'm thinking that this room, that can be the candle making room. And then we can have the soda making room in here. And then in this room, we can have the frackety fabricator. Shamalam. Do we have that in another color? We can have it in black. Yeah, that's nice. Good. And then we have one room left. This one. What am I gonna do with that one? Wait. Oh, maybe we can have some painting stuff. Oh, the studio kid, come to the rescue. I mean, yeah, we can make this a little painter studio with a little canvas and everything. Alright, now for the doors and stuff. For all these rooms, before I do anything else, I want these rooms to be like glass boxes, you know? We need a door in the middle, maybe. Glass doors. That one over here as well. And then for the windows. Wait, oh, that's kind of annoying. But the windows do not match with the door. But those windows are so cheap, though. I don't want to change those out. I'm gonna get bankrupt. Maybe, okay, you know what? I'll figure it out. Don't you worry, I'll figure it out soon enough. Nora will come up with an idea. Okay, maybe what if, hear me out, we put up some signs above the door. You know, signs to the different businesses and stuff just above the door. I mean, sure, we can have this prawn thing. And this one too, maybe. And that one. Oh, yeah. Okay, you know what? Maybe that can be an idea. And I will change them up with tool mod and stuff like that to make them fit better. But I'm going to do that in the end because we might not be able to afford this. Any of this. I don't know. But what we can maybe afford are some couches out here with yet again a little table. And ooh, okay, we need a door here. And I want a funky door. I want a good old funky door. And I kind of want that greenhouse haven door. That would have been kind of funky. Yeah, funky enough for me. Oh, and then we need some vending machines. Oh yes, get this one and this one. That was kind of maybe a waste of money, but also maybe not a waste of money. I know. Only time will tell, people. Only time will tell. And then, ooh, maybe we can also get like a workbench over here. That's kind of neat. And then we can have some shelves over here in case we want to sell stuff to the people that's working here, you know, sell some dye and whatnot. Could be something. Okay, I need to start furnishing these rooms and move on to another room. Okay, how much money I spent? 68,000. Still not value. Not too shabby, people. And then for this outside passage area right here, what could we have out here? I mean, we could have some vertical garden planters just popping along right about here. Boom, boom, boom. And maybe, ooh, some insect farms. Isn't this a nice passageway? I do think so. Beautiful. And then for the store area, ooh. Okay, how are they gonna get into the store area? By this staircase. Oh, I see how it is. Very much interesting. I'm gonna actually take this house one tile back just to get a symmetrical room with a passageway. But then I'm gonna add on two walls, like so, and get in a little fence. Bam! And that is how they're gonna get up to this place. Glad I figured that one out before the sun came down, you know. And I think that this part right here also gonna have a funky color. Boom, for the contrast people, for the contrast doors. And I also need to take the roof out a little bit, like so. Sure. And then we need a door so I can plop down down one here and one here to make a double door. That looks fine for me. I don't know. I mean, maybe we can have some of this too. I need to figure so many things out. But okay, for the shop area, we need a lot of shop items. And can we afford that? We have to see. Okay, we can have some showcase boards. 2 over there maybe, and 2 on this side also. And then we can have one of these shelves in the middle, and maybe 2 right about there. And then, we can have some pedestals like so. We can have clumps of 4 just to go all out. We have a big old room, you know. Nice old clumps of 4. And then in the middle, we can have these 2. That's okay. I think I'm gonna change up the flooring to a darker one. So maybe this one, because otherwise it's gonna look like one solid color. This whole room, you can't even see anything. You're gonna be blind. The blind by the beige, you know. And then I'm also just gonna put up some windows. Maybe one here, one there. Maybe I can squeeze in one more of these shelves. Maybe. Then we could indeed have some windows on this side too. That would have been kind of good. Maybe. Can I fit that in? Oh yes, I can. Oh, perfect. Look at that weird old house. This is gonna be such a weird house. And oh my gosh, I forgot about this part. What can I do about this part? I can change up the columns, put our cheap columns, and maybe one in the middle as well. Sure. Then we can put up some trims. Oh, the funky one. It's gonna be such a modern industrial build, I tell ya. And very eco lifestyle inspired, I must say. But here we are, you know. Maybe I want some columns on the sides as well. That'd be cool. Oh, that's not gonna reach all the way up to the top. No, it's not. I have to think about that. What about some columns on the side? Would that look cool? Maybe. Oh, that's not gonna reach all the way up. I need to figure that one out. But I'm gonna leave it up for now just so I don't forget, you know. Because I oftentimes forget. Ooh, what about this half wall? I need to paint the half wall. Half wall trim. The black one. Oh, that looks a lot nicer. Ta-ta, but it still looks kind of boring. How can we make it less boring? What if we put up a grass roof with also a little half wall to contain the grass in, you know? Sure. Look, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm just doing stuff for fun. Then we need some more grass patches, some real grass. Maybe that is an idea. I mean, yeah, I have to think about that. It looks kind of cool. If we look far away and squint our eyes, it looks kind of cool. I approve of that. I'm gonna have more grass on there, but I need to think about that before I commit to the idea, you know? You know, I am a time-saving queen. All right, and where are we at with our money? 77,000. Ooh, okay, we kind of lacking for money here. Kind of lacking for money. I think it's now time to start with this part of the build before we lose all our money, you know. So, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? This is too much for me. I think, first of all, we're gonna remove this fence. I don't want that fence. And I want some sort of a funky walkway. A wooden walkway that goes out from this outside area right here. We're gonna make an outside area right here. That's what I have in my mind. But we're gonna have an outside area right there. And then a walkway. So the walkway needs to be about there. So that means we have to remove that tree. Okay. Goodbye, tree. You were lovely. And then the walkway can go all the way out here. And I think we are gonna remove that fountain. But I'm gonna add in another fountain. We just have to remove it for now. And also remove that bathroom. It's disturbing me. I need a clean slate, people. Then I think maybe if we have another walkway out here and one out here, and then we put this little park thingy in the middle, so like so. Ooh, but the planks looks kind of weird. We need some sort of fence to frame it in, you know, but that's gonna be expensive. Oh, maybe we can put this on a platform. How will that be? A lot cooler. That's what it is. Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna plop down the platforms, and then this needs to be centered. Oh my gosh, maybe like that. I need to figure that out. There's lots of things that I need to figure out. But we can have the platform movements like so. Maybe some platforms around the whole shebang initiative as well. That could be an idea. And then we need to move this in the middle. I mean, yeah, sure. Could be an idea that I just need to color this all in. And also this platform over here too. Oh, yikes, yokes. Okay, the platform is gonna go all the way around town. Gonna remove that bench. Gonna put in another bench afterwards, don't you worry. Boom, shamalam, shamalama. The platforms are kind of up. Need to put up more platforms. Whoa, we go. Oh, no, that was wrong. I need to redo this. Okay, I'm gonna delete all the stuff in the park area because it's disturbing me. It's all disturbing me. And I'm also gonna change up that staircase before I forget to a funky one. That one. Bam. Oh, well, alrighty-o. Welcome back. It's a long while later. It's a long while later. As you can see, I put up all the platforms and stuff like that. Made it up all neat and nicely. Of the hair. And why this took such a long time? It's because I realized that I had the flooring under the frickety platforms, and I kind of wanted to delete those to save some money, which meant that I had to do the platforms all over again, and it was just a hassle and a half, and it's still not correct. What is this? Oh, I'm gonna go insane soon. I don't know. Oh, I need to figure that out in the end too. And also the direction of the planks are not correct. I did them correct the first time, but then I had to do it all over again, and I just, no, up. So in the end, I will correct this all up, but not now. I am so tired of this platform. You have no idea. And look at this at the front too. I added in the wood paneling and the roof. I put some grass on the roof because I was procrastinating the freaking platforms in the back. But yeah, that's the grass on the roof. How lovely. Okay, now back to this garden, this park. What can we do for this park? I do wonder. Let's find out. I think first of all, we can have a little bench. This bench right here, that's kind of funky and modern, with also a nice little trash bin. That was a nice start for our journey. But now I'm gonna put in our fountain. Alright, I promised you guys a fountain and I'm gonna make a fountain. So I think we can have like a funky fountain that follows that follows the freaking platform. I don't know. Maybe. Just sort of like so. That's a funky shape, isn't it? And what can we have in there? Oh, I need something cheap. What about the fish? 350. Size it up a little bit. Slap it in the middle. Yeah, that's good enough for now. We have to see if we have enough money to make it better. We shall see though. And then right over here, we actually had a chest table. So I'm thinking we're gonna get this chest table instead, because it's a little bit funkier, and we're gonna have 3 of them. With also these chairs. I do believe they were cheap, 40, and they're kind of in that modern style that we're going for. I think that could work for now at least. And then for the bathroom, they did have a bathroom out here. I don't think I can squeeze in a whole bathroom. We have a bathroom inside. So what if I just get one of these bathrooms? It's 1,300 simoleons, but I think we're gonna save some money on that, maybe, because you have to count in the walls and the wallpaper and the flooring and the lights and the mirrors and the toilets and the sinks. So you know what? I think we're gonna save money on that. I have hopes for that toilet. And then maybe we can have another bench over here with a trash bin. And then we did have a park table in the original version, so we're gonna get these funky ones with maybe a random bike. I don't know. It'll look cool. So there you go. But alright, now for this thingity thangity over here, this whatever this is, the down ground platform moment. What's that even a word or a sentence? I have no idea. But we need to change this up. We have these monkey bars. I think we can get something fancy for them. Or can we? What about this one? It's a little bit fancier. And we're gonna get rid of that bench. Boom. Then I'm also gonna make this whole thing black. Oh, that's kind of scary, but maybe also funky? Question mark. I am not sure. I'm not good with modern builds, as I said, but it looks a lot better. Oh yeah. Then we can also get some benches over there and one over there as well. And I'm thinking in that little hole, in that little hole right there, we need some bushes. So I'm gonna find some free debug bushes and plants and just plop that in that hole. Just sort of like so. It isn't my best work, but it was a nightmare to do because of that platform, this platform, and this platform. It was a mess. But there you go. Added right here. So then before I forget, this little area right here with our pit, I'm gonna fill it in with water up to there maybe, like so. And then I do want to put some rocks around it, but all the rocks in this game cost money. Even the debug ones, they cost money for some reason, so I have to use them sparingly. And I do believe I'm gonna use this big old one. You know, it takes up more space. It's only for simoleons. I mean, sure, I can try to make that work with those rocks and hope for the best. And I'm also gonna put in some more plants, some free debug plants. Oh my gosh, I am so glad that the plants are free in debug, because otherwise I wouldn't know what to do. And then on that wall, I'm just gonna put up this one just to fill in the space, and it was kinda not that cheap, but a little bit cheap, and it fills in the space. And also this outside light right over there. Boom, shablam. Well, okay, I think this whole place needs a little bit of fencing. You know, we had a big old fence right here, and I want it to be a little bit framed in this place. But before I do that, I'm gonna size down all these freaking trees because they're annoying the freaking frack out of me. Bam! Oh, look at them, so cute. And I also have a floating telescope up there. Where did that come from? Was I supposed to put it up there? Maybe I was, maybe I wasn't. I don't know. But okay. Mysteries of times, that is. But alright, onto the bushing. And instead of using fences, I'm gonna use some free debug bushes, and I'm gonna put them all up, all around this place, and hopefully it will be nice. So let's do that. But alrighty, right. The bushing is up and popping. And yes, I do realize now that this is wrong again. Like every time I try to fix this, something else goes wrong, you know? But I'm gonna fix that in the end, like everything else. I can't deal with that one anymore. But look at the bushing. Bit of almond bushes, and on each entrance, I have an entrance here too. I don't know if I mentioned that or not throughout my whole platform madness, but we have an entrance here too, so you can go directly up to the store, you know? But yeah, by every entrance we have one of these bushes, the little old cute ones, with also some more little plants everywhere. Look at that, look at it go, everywhere. And I moved my bike over here. Just some more random plants everywhere for the details. Wow. Okay, now we need to work on the front part right here. We really do need that. So what can we add in here? Maybe another fountain. I need to stop with my fountains, but I like fountains, so I'm not gonna stop. Oh, glad we talked through that. But I think I want my fountain to be on a foundation, like so, make it more prominent. Oh, but it can't be a fountain. I don't know why you can't put up fountains on a platform or a foundation, but you can put up pools for some reason, but not a fountain. I want the fountain moment. But so yeah, you can swim here, but I wouldn't advise it because it's dirty. Nobody has cleaned that water for years, you know. Just like me when I worked at the water park. I almost almost ended somebody's lives at the water park. Oh, yikes. But it wasn't my fault. So, and I also saved the person from drowning. So I feel like that equals the bad things out. You know, lose a person, save a person. Yeah. I know, you know. But alrighty, bro. All the plants are up and popping up in here. There's the fountain. Here's my little pit. It's not a pit. It's a flower bed with some rocks around it. And I had to use them sparingly because each one of those costs 4 simoleons. And how are we doing with our money, by the way? Oh, 80,864 simoleons. And by my calculation, we have 20,000 left. Yes. I mean, can you believe that I have a degree in market economy? I mean, with these graphs, I could get a job anywhere. But yeah, we have that much money to spend. So, you know, we can have some decorations in there, hopefully. Hopefully. I mean, that money is gonna go quickly, though. But we shall see. But okay, we can put up some planters out here. Boom, by the wall. Because maybe the people who work up here need some plants and all that shebang. Especially the soda people. So we can have some plant pots just about here. With maybe some little plant pots. And some one mess. 90 simoleons, that's okay. And then over by this area, that was gonna be the outside area for the cafe. We need some tables. So I can put up a table right about there. With yet again some chairs. And maybe I can now put up some little knicky-knacks. So I can have some flowers. That's at 65. And maybe also this little menu thing, 15. Oh, that's good. And actually, we have space for one more chair. And maybe a rug. Because it looks so empty out here. And needs something to separate it, you know? Maybe a rug. You know, these people are a little bit out and about there. A little bit eccentric. So, yeah. And then over here, we can also have some couches. Maybe these one from Snowy Escapes. Yeah. And a little coffee table. Okay. And then I want some more carpets. So what about this one? Flop on another one. Oh my gosh. Why is it disappearing? Where are you going? But like so. And then we can have a round one in the middle. Why are you disappearing all the time? Do you not want to join this adventure with me? Oh, I guess not. But also just some knicky-knacks on the table. Then I'm thinking we can also have some planters back here to fill in the space. Maybe I can size them up a little bit. Sort of like so. And then I could also put some little lights up there. Boom, boom, boom. And now for the piece of resistance. I'm gonna path this all in with some pathing. And oh my gosh, one of my biggest wishes for Sims is that they can fix the freaking pathing tool. That's all I'm wishing for, really. And of course some other things too. But please give us a little bit of a refresh of the pathing tool. Don't know where that accent came from. But here's the pathing. Oh la la. I pathed all around this place. I made a little bit of a shade of a walkway over there. Shaded everything in. You know, it's kind of worn down. Just a little bit though. Not a lot. But yeah, pathed it all in. All me nice bushity. And my nice plants. And over here too. Yes. Okay, now for real. Now we are going to begin with the decorations on the inside. We are going to do it. Our lot value is 84,499 and our end value is going to be 100,000 and something. So let's crack on with that. I am so nervous. Alright, so we are first off gonna begin with this little cafe movement. I'm thinking we're gonna use the same knicky-knacks on those tables as we did outside. So I am just gonna plop them down on each table and hope that everything goes okay. Because you never know. The problems could hit you at any moment, I tell ya. It really could. There we go. The knicky-knacks are up on each table. And then we are gonna focus on this area right here. So what we have for that? That is kind of cheap also. I mean, maybe we can have this coffee mug rack for 270. That's kind of expensive. And also a little plant over there. And maybe a little utensil holder. And that little milk thingy-thangity. 75 simoleons. Oh, yikes. And also just some tins. Not that expensive. And that big old bread box. 75. Not too bad. And then, you know, we can have this dessert display. It's 100 simoleons, but it's cute. I like it. And also a little delivery bag. That is free. Ooh, and then in the back here, we're gonna have this one. I know it's 310 simoleons, but come on, we need that. And also some little string lights in the back there. Cute. And then some random stuff in the back here that is free. That little box as well. And that was the coffee bar corner. And did I call that milk carton for a milkity thingity thang or something? It is a milk carton, Nora. You know that by now. But I'm gonna put up a welcome mat right about there. We can have some lights over here. 90 simoleons. Oh, but those are kind of cool though. They fit in with the vibe. So I'm gonna allow that today. And maybe we can have these pictures at 175. But pictures are pretty expensive though. So I feel like that's not too bad. And now we are gonna move to these display cases. And as you can see, I've already put down some fizzy juice boxes and sized them down. Because for this not to actually be functional, you need to lock these items in the case, you know, and not use tool mod or anything like that. And I want this place to be functional. So that's what I've done. But I am gonna put up those fizzy juice bottles because, you know, we have that fizzy juice station workspace area where they make the juice, the fizzy juice, and they're gonna sell it down here. So it's a whole operation, people. But now I am gonna put up all those fizzy juice drinks and the kombuchas in the display cases, and those are just gonna be for decoration. You're not gonna be able to sell those. You have to sell those that are locked in there, but whatever. I want to make it pretty. And they're free too, so that's good for me. And there we go. All my fizzy juice bottles are up, and my kombucha on this side. And some more fizzy juice bottles on here. And alrighty, yo. We can also put up some more plants just on the side here. Those are not that bad for simoleons. And just some little lights on this wall too. And then I do kind of want to put up some curtains because it looks so empty. So I'm thinking maybe this one that is very modern commercial like curtains, you know, and they are only 65 simoleons, so maybe we can afford that, maybe not, we shall see. If you find out that we can't afford that, I'm just gonna delete them, no worries. I'm just gonna be putting them up all around the room. Ta-ta, ta-ta, those curtains are up, looking lovely. Okay, now for this room, I'm thinking we need some welcome mats, so boom, not too shabby, 30 simoleons, and then maybe we can have an arrow pointing down at the ticket kiosk, you know, just to say it's here people. And oh, now I have an idea, we can put up these signs to like show where things are. Oh, that's a smart move, I'm gonna do that. So okay, here is the heart starter. I mean, we don't have the best selection of stickers for this place, but you know, we might have a heart starter there or something. And then the cafe is here to the right, and then we have the mail room, beautiful. I'm real proud of that one, that I am. You know, but alright, we can afford some art over there, 200. Oh, maybe we can afford that, I don't know, who knows these days really. But we could afford some string lights over the bookcases, those are kind of cute and cheap, but also some very cheap plants in there, these ones too. And by the way, how are we at with our budget? 91,000. Not too shabby, not too shabby. I am not panicking at all, but we can afford to put up some curtains, and that is for sure. Snap on. Oh no, not today. Oh, and by the way, as you can see, I put up the windows next to the door just to match with the vibe that we have with the shenanigans upstairs. And of course we have that little gap right there, so I need to find a sign, a cheap old sign that we can have there. And ooh, okay, we can have this one, that is only 20 simoleons, and if it's right in, okay, I'm gonna have that. Boom. And also this little sign on the door, and then alright, for this room, I'm thinking we can put up this funky old rug, 130 simoleons, that's fine for me, with also some little plants, cute. And then on that table right there, I'm thinking we can afford a little radio and the plant. How will that look? I mean, sure, that's fine for me. And we can combine that with a semi-expensive painting, 215, sure, and maybe some very cheap plants on that bookshelf. Absolutely amazing that is. Oh, by the way, what about this super modern clock that fits in? Oh yes, oh yes. And now for the bathrooms, and we of course need some toilet paper and this hand sanitizer dispenser that I'm pretending is a soap dispenser, 150, sure, and a hand towel dispenser, yes. And what more can I add in here that is cheap, very cheap? What about some commercials? You find that in bathrooms sometimes. Commercials from boba. I mean, okay, we can also have a little tooth fairy over there and some fairy lights, make it all nice. And then in this bathroom we also need some mud and soap and the towel dispenser, and of course the frackety blinds over the windows. I feel like that is very important for a public bathroom, you know, very important. But alrighty, bro, that was the first floor all decorated. Now we're gonna move up to the second floor and decorate that as well. And by the way, how are we at with our budget? 93,000. Not too bad, not too bad. Alright, so first of all, I'm just gonna put up some signs on each one of these rooms. We can have that one there and that one there. We don't have that many to choose from, but a little bit, there we go. And then I do want some of the walls to be brick, so maybe like so. And also on the inside too, those can be brick, yes. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to tell you, I put up some windows into the rooms and also on the outside. You know, windows all around this place. And I did that when I was doing this whole shebang and jaboo over there. Had a panic, did the windows as well. Forgot to tell you. But alright, let's start with this room, the painter's room. And I do kind of want to change it up with this sort of wallpaper. Maybe another color too. And maybe we can have that for this room as well. Who knows? I have to think about that. But in front of this curtain thingamajiggy, we can have the pedestals with the torso statue and some flowers. And then we can have a little stool over there with some paint splatters on the floor. This is one messy person, I tell ya. And maybe we can have some free pictures on the wall. I mean, these are pretty much kid drawings, but whatever. Nobody said that they were good, painter. And nobody said that, you know. And maybe we can afford this table. It's 375, but I think we can afford that. And maybe some little nickety next to, yeah. Ooh, and a smart rack. Oh, that is so cute. Right, now for this room, I am gonna have that wallpaper, and I'm also gonna have some on this wall too. Boom. And then we can put up some dirty lockers in here, and some random mess on the floor. Ooh, and also some paint splatters. They are making candles, you know. And since they're making candles and there's a lot of fumes in here, I'm gonna put up this air cycler, yes, and another little smart rack, and maybe a random chair too, and a little table over there. I mean, sure, and some curtains. Boop. Alright, now for these rooms, and we need some blinds on these windows right here, so I think we can put up these ones. Those are very cheap, and also this free community board, Yeah. And also some more paint splatters. You know, they're fabricating the furniture. So there is, of course, gonna be a lot of mess around here. Alright. Maybe we can afford a little cabinet. I mean, who knows, maybe we can get a little cart though. Oh, and these ones are free. We're gonna put those up. Hello. Beautiful. And also a marriage certificate because it's free. And this alien affirmation that is also free. Let's not think about that too much and move on. Okay. We're not gonna think about stuff too much today. And what about little cone over there? And then we can have like a little robot arm thrown on the floor with a little bucket over there. And some very important plants. And we need some railings for the staircase. And also some more blinds over there with a little cheap old plant and another plant in that corner. 210. Alright, but it's cute, so I'll allow it. And then on these shelves, we're gonna sell stuff that the people who work on these workstations are gonna might need. So we can sell some dyes, and maybe also some candle tools, you know, and some more dyes. And then out here on this little passageway, we can have some pots, some more garden stuff, and even more garden stuff. And also just some outside lights like so. And on the other side as well. Alright, how much money have we used? 99,000. Oh no. So we have like roughly 1,000 simoleons left. Oh no. Oh, well, alright. I need to find some very cheap stuff. But first of all, I'm going to put up this welcome mat and some plants on that wall and some kind of cheap outside lights. There we go. And on the inside, we also need a little mat. Boom. But the dirty boots. And okay, I need to find some very cheap stuff that I can put on these display tables. Oh, wait, hold on. All the Crystal Creation things are free. I can put that up. Well, alright, I'm gonna be putting that on my frackety display tables. Hopefully it will be nice, or else I'm gonna cry. And there we go. I put them up. Got a little gnome as well. Alright. And what can I put up these display tables? Maybe some pumpkins. They're free. You know, somebody made those. And then on these display tables, oh wait, we have these lights, these fabricated lights that you can actually make for 20 simoleons. Maybe we can pretend that somebody made those in the fabricator area. I mean, sure, we can display them. And then on the other side here, we can display some candles that we made. Our sweet old candles, people. And there we indeed go. My candles and my lights. Whoa. Alright, what can I put on these shelves? Maybe some more candles if I can find them again. Hopefully. But alright, I found my frackety candles, and now I'm gonna be putting them all up on my freaking shelves. Oh, look how nice they are. And they are lovely, aren't they? My little candle lights. And what else can we have in this room? Oh, I need to find a lot of free stuff. Oh, wait, I found some fish. The mounted fish. Those are free. Maybe somebody has been mounting the fish. You know, just a good old fish mounter. He is working at our shops, and he has been mounting those fish. And then on these display shelves, we can have the freaking cycle wheels. The cheapest one of all, though. They cost a little bit of money. Just kind of like so. And then, on these shelves, what can we have on that? I mean, maybe we can have those cross-stitching thingy-thingies because the base ones are free. So I think that's a good deal for us. And then on this one, I had no idea. I mean, I couldn't find any more free cool stuff. So we're just gonna have these ones. Somebody has been doing some arts and crafts in here. Oh my. I mean, hopefully it's a kid. A cute old kid that has made these. Otherwise, I'm kind of worried. But okay, let me put up some more decorations that are kind of cheap. We can squeeze in a plant over there. And a little hanging plant too. With another plant over there. Oh, and some more wall plants. Gonna size them up a little bit. Not that much though. But like so. And some more fairy lights. Well, okay. How much money have we used? Oh gosh. 100,971 simoleons. And from my calculations, that means that we only have 7 simoleons left. And I think I'm gonna stop it right there. Because I don't really think that we can get anything for 7 simoleons that is valuable. And I'm happy with that. Done deal done. No, wait, we had some money left. I had accidentally put out some freaking pipes on there that I thought I was gonna use, but I'm not gonna use those. So I'm gonna fix these columns with tool mod. Look at them go. And see how far that gets me in life in general. Yeah, really. Well, it gets me this far. We have used 100,946 and I have some money left. And I kind of want to use that money on those freaking columns right there. But I can't afford that because then I need some columns on each side. So I can't afford that. So there we go. Happy with that. Sorta, maybe, kinda. Yeah. And do you know what it's time for right now? Oh, it's time for a frackety house tour. So let's go. And here indeed is the house. Look at it go in all its shining bright lights. Whoa. And I mean, it didn't turn out that bad. I do gotta say. Again, I'm not a modern builder. I don't do modern stuff. So I am very unfamiliar with this. I've never done this before. Well, I built modern builds before, but not like this. No. But we got a grass roof that we got. And the garden is here on a pop-in. And the side of the house as well. Look at it. Ooh, how nice. And then we have the garden area over here. Oh my gosh. Look at the nice old platforms over here. With the garden area, the fountain area. We got the chest area over there. And the bathroom area. Sitting bench movement. The fountain area. Oh my. And then if we skedaddle over here, we see this little pond movement with all the plants. And the gardening area over there. And then we got the nice outside area with funky old carpets and the other table. Oh my, and some more plants over here. So much planting. Alright, let's step on inside to this place. And here is the entrance moment. I couldn't afford any ceiling tiles, but we shall look past that. And here's the other side of the room with all the signs. And also the ticket kiosk over there. And then in here we have the classroom where they teach stuff. Who knows what they teach in here? Maybe a writer class. I don't know. And here is the bathroom areas with the sad old family bathroom. Oh my. And in here is a very sad public bathroom with the blinds and the sinks and the mirrors and the broken mirror over there. All the plants are sticking through. Oh my gosh, I need to fix that. And then in here we got the teeny tiny, very sad shower room with nothing in it except a shower. I forgot to decorate this room, but we have a shower. And then if we skedaddle over here, we have the cafe area with the little sitting places and the display cases. Oh me, oh my. And then we got the main cafe area with all the sitting places again and the coffee station. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Cute old thing that is. Okay, let's go on to the second floor. Chamber lamp. Oh, I'm ending up in the wall. Sorry. But here is the workers station and there's a hole in the roof. I didn't see that. Oh no. But here's the workers station place and the other side as well. And then we got this room, which is the candle making area. Whoa. And then the art studio area in here as well. And then for these rooms over here, we got the fabricator station corner and the fizzy juice, whatever it was, making corner. Was it the fizzy juice? I think it was. Soda making people. I don't know. But if we go over here, we are met with this passageway where you can grow your plants and your bugs. Beautiful. And then we got the shop area with the very sad display of stuff, I must say. But these people are working hard, okay? They're making everything they can. Everything from crystals to candles. Oh my. And then we do have the little outside area for this little shippity shop. And there's another floating telescope over there. Why does that keep reappearing? I do not know why. But here is the back of the house as well. Funky. Oh my. It looks very funky. I'm happy with that. Actually, I am very happy with this place. It was a very difficult task for me. And I managed it in the end. Thought I maybe. Alright. And that indeed was the whole frickety place. And that was the house tour. And this is the outro. Welcome. And if you for some reason want to download this build, you can. It is up on my gallery. And my gallery ID is JustNoraGaming. Oh. And don't forget to like, subscribe because it really does help me out. So thank you. But only if you want to. Only if you want to. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.